Hey guys, we have gotten a few questions from you guys, which by the way, I love when you leave questions for us. And I just want to do a quick video. Sometimes I can talk a little bit faster than I can or type like this on my phone. And I tried to do this video, what was it, 2 nights ago, and my children were in the background and it was like a total mom fail. So anyway, some of you guys have been asking how, you know what, just my phone probably needs to get plugged in. Let me plug this in real quick for you guys. Alright, sorry about that. Now that I have officially made you car sick watching that. So some of you guys have asked, should you continue doing these exercises after the program's over? And that's a really good question. So if you look in the program, gosh, I want to say it's page 48. I don't have it here in front of me, but it's towards the end of week 4. We give you a list of some signs to look for to know that you are ready for higher impact activity. So there may be some cases where it makes more sense to repeat the program a second time, the full program a second time. But typically by the end of the 4 weeks, you shouldn't have, lower back pain, incontinence issues, leaking. Those are signs that you're ready to move into higher impact exercise. Now, what exercises should you continue doing indefinitely? Well, I asked Monique that question. She's like, well, if you were to ask me, I would say you always should be doing pelvic floor exercises. And, that's her area of expertise. And but it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to step-by-step follow the exact program for the rest of your life. Some things that I definitely think are the TRA contractions, the pelvic floor contractions. Those are exercises that, I think you can do those if you don't, if you can do those even if you're not lying down on the ground like we teach in the program. You can do those while you're driving. In fact, what I do is I kind of just make it a routine to do the pelvic floor strengthening exercises, the squeezing and the endurance, while I'm brushing my teeth in the morning. And that's just kind of a habit and a routine. So you want to focus on those 4 contractions we talked about, the squeeze, 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 lift motion. Those are things that if you really focus on doing those 3 times a week, each one takes maybe 30 seconds. If you just focus on doing those 3 times a week for the rest of your life, you're going to have a really good, strong pelvic floor. And, I was just talking to a friend the other day who is a physical therapist, and she works primarily with the elderly. Majority of elderly people have really weak pelvic floors. So if you continue to focus on pelvic floor strengthening exercises, indefinitely, and it doesn't have to be the full program that we're teaching you now, but for sure those like the pelvic floor strengthening, the pelvic floor contraction and endurance exercises, those are things that you can do. Like I said, I just made it a habit and a routine to do them while I'm brushing my teeth. So I think squeeze, 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 lift while I'm brushing, and I just do that over and over. And so then it's not something that takes extra time out of my day. It's just kind of part of my normal routine. You can do it while you're driving. So that's what we'd recommend there. The second question we've been getting a lot is what happens if life happens and you kind of fall off track a little bit and you want to get back into the program, the 4-week program. Do you need to start again at the beginning? And in most cases, I would say just go ahead and keep going where you left off. And the reason that I say that is because I know there's been so many times in my life where that happens. Trust me, I totally get it. Totally get when kids get sick or, things happen and you fall off track. And what's hard about if I were to say, yeah, you always want to go back to week 1, it just creates this kind of this mindset of having to start all over again and always be perfect, and that's not something that I think is really healthy. So for the most part, you can start off right where you left off. The only exception would be if you took a really long period of time off, 6 weeks or something. If you took more than 4 weeks off, then you might want to again start at the beginning. Or if you started off where you left off and then you were pretty sore because maybe those muscles hadn't been worked in a long time, then you would want to probably, go backwards a little bit. And so you're easing yourself back into the exercises. So we have some comments here. Tanya says, hey Natalie, I'm just starting today, so excited. I have 6 kids and have the pee issue, too much for my age. Yeah, so I'm so glad you're here. There are, I mean, you can go through and read the comments. There's so many people that are seeing huge improvements through the program, for those people who are consistent and really doing it. So I know that the program works. I personally went through it, and it did wonders for the way that I viewed myself and just being able to function normally again. So those are the 2 main questions I just wanted to briefly touch on. This isn't going to be a super long video, but I just wanted you guys to know that we sure appreciate you being a part of this group. This group is here for you guys, and so if you need anything from us, if you have specific questions, you know, go ahead and post and let us know. Share your victories, share your wins. We love hearing from you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.